Lagar was one level behind his friends, so he was up early that morning to reach level 48 before nightfall. He found like-minded travelers for a one-time adventure in the disco camp in Sebilis. At first, the group tried to rush to the camp invisible, but there are some froglogs that can see through it here. They checked if any of the first mobs could do that, and sadly, one of them were able to see them. All there was left to do was to pull the froglogs and clear the way to the camp now. Many groups die here on their way to the camps, thinking they cannot be seen. So, beware of that. Another thing to watch out for is those patrollers that can add to a fight if the group is not careful enough. After making sure the group was solid, Lagar opened his backpack and drank a strange yellow potion that would make him glow, and, most importantly, level up 25% faster. Oh, the conveniences these days! Despite the short distance from the entrance, the way to the disco camp was filled with froglogs, and it would take a while for the group to get there. They were going slowly but surely. Any misstep could be a wipe. Lagar asked for a low on the left side, so he could pull only 2 mobs. As the bard got up, a froglog roamer appeared, and the group decided to take him first. Lagar pulled the froglog shaman and moved to the sides to get out of his line of sight. This trick made the froglog move further into the group. After the patroller was dead, the group pulled the right side and finally the single scarab to the left. Before opening the door leading to the camp, Lagar went up to the right stairs to get one last froglog. But that frog did not want to leave his station. After trying a few times to get him to go down the stairs, Lagar called his group to go up the stairs instead, if they wanted to clear this one last mob before disco. Alright, lights down the J. Froglog is wizard on the dance floor. Just play soda for the commander. Still stronger than the average Froglog. Lagar went checking for stragglers. Found a dead body and a night standing. It's time to set up camp and meditate, while the rest of the group starts pumping go. After spending hours on this camp the day before, Lagar knew it like the back of his hand. Disco is actually comprised of 2 different camps, called Disco 1 and Disco 2. Most groups will camp in Disco 1 and pull mobs further down the line from Disco 2 if they are fast enough. Even a good group will pull mostly from the 2 side rooms surrounding the Disco 1 camp and maybe the library beyond the main room. Lagar was also pulling from the caves behind them, so there was no shortage of mobs to kill. Unlike the day before, this group didn't wipe a single time. This was because most of the group were in the high 40s, low 50s, and Lagar was pulling much better as well. The enchanter was only needed in emergencies. Other than that, he was a DPS class with his charmed pet. While most mobs were dark blue or white, meaning they were level 47 or lower, the Froglock that spawned at the center of the disco stage was red, meaning he was much stronger than his friends. He was also a placeholder for the Froglock Commander, a rare mob that could drop some fine loot. Lagar would go on to hit level 48 with this group in the following hours. He was then ready to rejoin his group in the evening to complete the final stretch from 48 to 50. This would happen in the ABC camp, one of the best camps of Sebilis. Lagar was so happy to rejoin his group that he started dancing with Montag while thinking about that famous song from the XR5 band. ABC, let's go see. ABC, let's go see the best camp in Sebilis. ABC stands for Armorer, Bartender, and Chef, 3 of the 5 rare mobs that can spawn in this area. We also have the Froglock Repairer and Froggy as named mobs. Besides that, there's a virtually endless amount of mobs to get experience from. When the group is finishing one side of the camp, the other side will already be respawning. This great hall with a dining table leads to the chef, the repairer, and Froggy. It takes some time to run all the way to the mobs and back to the group, so Lagar would leave the group to pull with a mob still alive to decrease the downtime. Lagar found Froggy the first time he entered the upper room to the right of the table. This night they would be getting so much experience and so much loot that it would fill their bags easily. The group was already at the camp for quite some time and they were still clearing the upper rooms and hadn't even taken a look at the chef's room yet. Lagar was now ready to pull the chef's room. He went all the way to the back of the Great Hall. This room is tricky to pull. There are 5 mobs and they are all chained together. Without Low, Lagar would be trying to break the pull with Feign Death. Unfortunately, there were too many casters inside. When they start to cast the spell before a monk is feigning death, the spell will hit and break the illusion, making all the mobs aggro again. His health was deteriorating fast, Mend was down and he couldn't be healed, otherwise the group could be wiped with so many mobs. The only option for the monk was death. With only 1 mob remaining in the chef's room, the next pull was easy. Or was it? Where did all those mobs come from? Oh well. Time for the super enchanter to work his magic. The mobs aggroed through the door to the bartender room. Lagar thought he might as well go through there and see if the armorer is up at his room, but there were only common froglocks there. Sam, let me tell you a story of how PvP works in a PvE server. After camp checking for a long time and refusing to believe that ABC was camped, another group camped right at the bartender room. They didn't even ask if it was okay to camp there. The armorer and the bartender rooms are clearly part of the ABC camp. They are even in its name. Good etiquette means you never try to steal a camp from another group if they were there first. But this is a community rule, so it is not enforced in the world of Norath. Besides shit-talking in chat, PvP also happens like this. Lagar went all the way around, pulling all the mobs the bartender group would pull from, including the armory room, which held the Froglock armorer inside. If the other group wanted to stay there, they would have nothing to kill and nothing to loot. Someone from the camp stealer group opened the door and checked what was happening. They must have seen the armorer and surely wondered how the hell Lagar got him without passing through them. Well, now they know. Oops, Montek died. Lagar moved into the bartender group as a way of saying, "We don't recognize your spot, so I'll pull from all around you anyways." He was lucky enough to be there as the Froglock bartender popped. Another way of PvPing in the kill is DPS race. So Lagar called his group to get the credit and loot for the bartender kill. They took a while to arrive, but they still got him. Since they were already there, might as well kill the other Froglock too. Pettiness aside, the night carried on. Lagar finally found the Froglock chef and ended the Froglock feast once and for all. Most importantly, he finally reached level 50, the classic level cap. He was ready to take part in raids. The following day, Lagar and his friends would travel to another plane of existence for the first time, and would attempt to slay one of the mightiest dragons the world has ever seen. Ready or not, the next day they would be facing the Plane of Hate and Lord Nagathan. Thank you for watching. Thank you for 100 subscribers. Onward and upwards. This adventure is far from over. Like and share this video with people you know could like this type of content. Thank you again, and until next time.